Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. If you are in the right time zone, if not, then good morning, wherever you are. My name is Khalid Al-Suwaidi. I'm the Stakeholders Relations Senior Manager here at the Supreme Committee. And inshallah, today, I do have a presentation for you, and an exciting session that I hold close to my heart. This is a project that we work on the team, and we'll be very honored, and it's a pleasure for us to share it with you guys today. Let me go ahead and share my presentation. All right. So today I'm going to be introducing to you guys a concept that we call the host country culture and entertainment experience for the World Cup Qatar 2022. This is a very quick outline to our presentation. So we'll start by explaining to you and giving you an overview about the Supreme Committee for Legacy and Delivery, and Legacy. Then we're going to touch base on the importance of cultural offering during mega sport events. And then we'll zoom into a little bit into the our experience for Qatar FIFA World Cup. And then the last piece will be kind of focused towards the cultural experience project that we're working on. During the presentation, I'm going to be sharing with you some videos also, so you don't get bored of listening to me through the full hour. And we'll try to make it interactive. I'll be asking you questions actually at the end of the presentation, and you can also open the floor for a couple of questions if you would like to ask me. So let's start. I'll actually start by asking a couple of questions, and I think people here can use the chat function to answer this the question. So first question will be, what is culture? How do you define culture? And let's try to get a couple of answers from the people in the session. Please use the chat function. All right. So the first question is, what is culture? How can you describe culture? See, some people are starting to type. Anyone? It's always the first one who gets the who needs to kind of break that ice, and then everyone else can get in. Fantastic. That's a nice answer. So culture is a way of life and how the country shows the world. Fantastic. Any other ones? Let's take a couple of seconds to see if anyone will answer. The question was basically, what is culture? How do we define culture? It's the way of showing others their values. Fantastic. This is also a great answer. All right. If you guys will allow me, I'll ask you another question before I dig into my presentation and my session. Culture is how we live. Fantastic. Let me ask you guys another question since the answer started coming. Other than watching matches during a tournament like the World Cup, what else can you guys do during the tournaments? What do the fans that go and travel somewhere do other than watching the games? Fantastic. Enjoy the life of Qatar, explore the country and meet new people. 100%. What else? Exactly. Visit museums, tourism, and explore the country. Fantastic. also learning more about the country that we're visiting. Fantastic. All right. So all of these answers were correct. There is no wrong answer. All of them were great answers. Let's just go back to our presentation, and let me walk you through our presentation. All right. So the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy. I don't know how many of you guys know about us and what we do, but in short, we are the organization that's responsible for delivering the infrastructure and the projects for the World Cup, to deliver the FIFA World Cup 2022. Also with a focus on delivering on having a long-lasting legacy aspects beyond this tournament. So our goals are basically to deliver a fantastic and outstanding FIFA World Cup in 2022, and we'll also be delivering an exceptional fan experience during the tournament, with also a focus on driving social, economical, human capital aspects in relation to Qatar National Vision 2030, and using the tournament as kind of a catalyst to expedite this process. Now, if you guys look with me to the right, and you see the chart, there you see three squares. The Supreme, and I'll explain to you very quickly how do we work with FIFA for this tournament. So you see on the left, we are the Supreme Committee, that's the SC, and then you see FIFA. So FIFA are the owners of this tournament. They are the this tournament belongs to FIFA, and we are delivering this tournament for them. So the Supreme Committee and FIFA, they come together and they create kind of a joint venture. It's with something we call the Local Organizing Committee. This is basically the committee responsible for delivering and kind of executing and running the tournament when we go in. So this is what we call the Local Organizing Committee, and it's a partnership between Qatar, it's represented by the Supreme Committee and FIFA. Starting with the topic in hand, culture. Yeah. So culture and mega sporting events. Culture is a very big part of any major sporting event that kind of brings people together in one place. It's actually what I would say what people usually remember from those games. If you've attended or if you've seen some of the opening ceremonies for the major sporting events recently, some of those aspects sticks to your head. And also, if you actually did visit and participate in any of those sporting events, mega sporting events, a lot of what really kind of remains, and what you leave with is the cultural aspects around this this tournament. I'll stop talking right now, and I'll be sharing with you two very nice videos. The first one will show us what do we mean about the kind of importance of culture in the mega sporting event. The first one will be about the London 2012 Olympic Games, and then we'll also share with you another video after that that's in relation to to an exciting upcoming event that Qatar is looking into hosting. Mohammed, please, if you can play the videos. First one is the London Olympics, please. Fantastic. And now, Mohammed, can we play the Asian 2030 Asian Games bid video, please? Fantastic. Thank you, Mohammed. Let me go back to our presentation. All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the World Cup. Yeah. So the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar. We've been through our campaign promoting this tournament. We've always been saying that this tournament will be different to the previous versions. We've always been saying that this tournament is going to be unique. But why really are we saying that? So here I'm sharing with you 3 reasons which we think they're quite unique. So the first one is basically this tournament. It's the first time this tournament or a sporting event of this size comes to the region. Yeah. So it's the first in the Arab world. It's the first in the Middle East, and it's really a great chance to introduce the whole world to the region. Yeah, to the culture of the Arab world and the Middle East. In addition to that, it's a fantastic opportunity to bridge cultures and to bring people together. You will have a huge influx of people coming to Doha from all over the world to attend the matches. You will have the whole world also watching the games on TV and other activities that are happening in Doha around that time on TV. This will be a huge opportunity for us to showcase the culture and also to kind of bring people together. And then for the first time also in the World Cup history, you will be able to, I would say, you will be able to kind of see multiple games in one day. You will be able to stay the whole tournament, so 28 days if you're planning to attend from the opening to the final. You can stay in Doha for a whole month, only in one hotel. You can also like visit so many other things within this kind of compact place. So this tournament will have a compact nature to it, and that doesn't only impact kind of bringing people together into kind of a melting pot of cultures and experiences, but also impacts a lot of logistical aspects for the fans, for the teams, for the delegations that will come to Doha. The longest the longest distance between two stadiums is around 75 kilometers. The shortest distance is around 5 kilometers. So it's very easy to move from one stadium to the other, as well as the extensive public transport network that we have in Doha. We have the metro. We have buses. And we also have kind of the other means of public transportation like taxis and stuff. And also a lot of the activities we're planning right now will be kind of in the central part of Doha. And that central part, inshallah, will be a pedestrian zone where people can really mix and enjoy time without the need to travel and commute. Let's also go into another interesting aspect of the World Cup. So here, guys, here are the 8 stadiums that we will be using while hosting the tournament. Yeah, so 8 stadiums. Those are the ones that have committed to FIFA and to the world that we will have. So all of these stadiums, except Khalifa International Stadiums, were built from scratch. Actually, one of them was recycled, which is Rayyan Stadium, but all they're new. The only stadium that's kind of has always been there is Khalifa International Stadium, which is kind of the iconic stadium of Qatar. That Qatar always used to host the large sporting events previously. All the stadiums we have, there are kind of traditional and aspects of the Qatari and the local traditions and culture within the design of each stadium. For example, if you look at one of the very famous ones is actually Al Bayt Stadium. So bottom left, you can see that it looks like a traditional tent. So it's Bayt al-Sha'ar, hence the name Al Bayt Stadium. This stadium will host the opening ceremony of the World Cup. And then the final will be hosted in Lusail Stadium. I have to say that well, right now we have how many? We have 5 stadiums that are near completion or completed, I would say. We've launched 3 stadiums, which are the top 3. So Khalifa, Al Janoub, and Education City. Inshallah, we are launching Al Rayyan Stadium on the National Day for the Emir Cup final, as has been announced recently. One thing, guys, that I wanted to mention is that in all of these stadiums but one, some part of the stadium, so the upper tier of the seating areas, will be kind of demounted and removed from the stadiums and will be donated and gifted to other countries where they will be used to develop and enhance the infrastructure when it comes to sport. So I've said all but once. One stadium won't happen because the whole stadium will be removed. So if you guys look at a stadium we call Ras Abu Aboud, it's almost like a Lego. So the whole stadium is built from shipping containers, and this stadium after the tournament will be dismantled completely, and all the parts of the stadium will be either recycled or gifted and donated to other countries to enhance the development of sporting infrastructure. Mohammed, back to you. Let's please play a very nice video that will show us some idea about the stadiums. Mohammed, the stadiums video, please. Thank you very much, Muhammad. Let me go back to my presentation. All right, guys. So zoom in a little bit into the come on. It's open. All right. So zoom in a little bit into the and focusing on the topic in hand. So speaking about the people who will visit Qatar and their experience. So, and designing this experience for them, we focused on three main, I would say, pillars. Yeah, three main pillars. First of all is connectivity. Now, Qatar, like geographically on the map, is in a very unique position, kind of linking the east to the west. Probably many of you have traveled through Qatar International Airport, Hamad International Airport. Even if you guys didn't stop in Doha, but you at least stopped at the airport to go somewhere east, if you're coming from the west, or vice versa. Yeah. So this unique location and position on the map, we're saying that this will also help and be a factor in bringing a lot of people here in Doha during the tournament. So having Qatar or promoting Qatar as a hub for this kind of physical connection between people and serving as a cultural melting pot during the tournament is a main pillar for us in designing this experience for the people to come. And of course, nothing can be done without people. So people are actually in the core of this experience. All the people here that are in Qatar, whether they're the local community or all the other nationalities and communities we have in Doha, we do have quite a diverse demography here in Doha. All of them are part of this experience. All of them are key partners and actually a success factor in creating this experience for the people who will come and visit Qatar during the tournament. And then last but not least is culture. So the cultural aspect that we will be trying to showcase to the people around the local culture, the regional culture, with a focus on the Arab culture and the Islamic culture as well. Culture, why? So if we're saying why is the cultural experience important during the tournament, and it's actually one of the pillars, as we were saying. So culture, again, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the things that really kind of sticks with people when they come to a tournament. I mean, like attending matches and really watching games is something, but also your experience as a visitor to Doha outside of the stadium is what will remain with you, and it will be the factor that will determine if you ever come back to Qatar again or you are not, and will also highly influence whatever you're gonna say when you go back home. All right. So yeah, in a way, if we did get this experience right, everyone who comes to Qatar during the tournament will be an ambassador for us, promoting the country and promoting the experience and the tourism that they've experienced in Doha when they go back. And also, this is quite an important time for us, of course, the tournament itself. But then what about after the tournament? Yeah. So I mean, like let's take Russia, for example. I don't know, or at least what we noticed from the people here in Doha and Qatar, that a lot of a lot of people who went to the tournament, they came back with a lot of positive feedback, with a lot of excitement, with a lot of enthusiasm, and shared that with the people here in Doha. Post that, we started noticing a lot of people and a lot of families are traveling to Russia and go to explore and see what's really in the country. So here, hence the impact of this cultural experience. And also once we focus and start during the tournament, and if we get it right, this inshallah will serve as I would say as the foundation that we can build on post the tournament on 2023. All right, moving forward, and then we'll share with you another exciting video. Muhammad, please. All right. Let me go back and share my presentation. Bear with us, guys, because we're trying to show you all those nice videos. By the way, all those nice videos are available on YouTube. I hope the guys can share with you guys after the links after the session. Come on. All right. Now zooming in and focusing on the so as I walked you from the tournament itself and then into the kind of the visitor experience, now we're really zooming into the cultural experience project that we're working with. Well, very important. I mean, like here as in the Supreme Committee, our vision when it comes to kind of the tournament itself is to basically use the power of football to open the door to a world of amazing experiences, and kind of focus on this word amazing. You'll see it a lot in a lot of places that we pass through, and it's really kind of it's the motto, or like the driving I would say the driving power for us is to really deliver amazing. And then we zoom in one more time and look at the cultural experience project. So the vision out of this project is to offer the people, our people, and our guests equally a world of amazing cultural experiences. The design of this cultural experience comes from the heart of the people of Qatar. Yeah. So when we're designing this experience or this cultural experience, we built it around the people. Yeah. So here in Qatar, here in Doha, we do, let's say now today we all kind of live in one kind of urban community. But if we step back in time a couple of years, couple of decades, you'll see that the people of Qatar were basically people of the desert, the Bedouins, people of the sea, the fishermen, and the people living of the pearl fishing industry, and then people of the city, which are basically the merchants. So those were kind of the pillars that kind of we've used to design this cultural experience project. Let me see. Ahmed, please, if you can share the last video. I promise you guys this will be the last video. Unless you want more videos, we can share.
Hi, Khalid. For some reason, the link is not playing for the last video.
I can share it with you one more time.
Okay, try it. Can you try doing that, please?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll actually just post it here in the chat so everyone can go back to it later. Muhammad, see if you can play it from the chat, please. All right. Go back to our presentation and the last stretch of it. Okay. Maximize that so we can see. All right, guys. So the cultural experience project, the project that I've been talking about for the last couple of minutes. So what are our main objectives behind this project? I mean, like really, we said it's all about culture. It's all about kind of giving people something to leave the country with, to remember us with. So it's I would say the first objective of this project is to really create and provide the visitors that come to Qatar with a unique, I would say, organic, really original experience. The previous tournaments that they've attended, and also to take Qatar and present it on the global stage. Basically engaging the whole nation and really showing the country to the world. And also here, we can't forget the people again. So there's a focus on capacity building. There's a focus on really kind of stimulating the talents we have in the country and in the region to participate and contribute to this experience. And then again, this will be a chance for us really to put Qatar as a touristic destination on the world map. I mean, like the hope is for us when people come to Qatar, they leave with that fire and that kind of passion of coming back to see the country again, not forgetting. And really with a focus on showing our culture, again, the region's culture. We are an Arab culture. We're a Muslim culture. So those are kind of the core values that we live with. And then last, so the legacy aspect of this program. So what's after the tournament really? I mean, like put in the foundation right now. For this effort to continue after the tournament. Here, guys, are some examples of what this cultural experience might entail. So fringe, this aspect, this concept of the fringe is basically all about the small performances that you see around the city. So whenever you guys go and visit cities around the world, pre-COVID, you will see some performances on the side of the streets. Yeah, someone juggling balls, some people are dancing, some solo music players, and so the focus is really to take that and kind of I would say maybe upgrade it, or not upgrade it, but like take that and integrate it into the whole visitor experience by identifying the kind of performances that will happen around Doha. Timing and the size of them and all of that. So it's really about what people are going to do outside of the stadium. What are people are going to see when they walk from point A to point B? If there's let's say a long queue that they need to join and wait, what entertainment you can provide them while they're in this queue. Another example. That you might see is the kind of something we call the digital festival. So it's basically using technology and light to provide the visitors with a very interactive experience. I personally did experience something like this once when I was visiting, if I'm not mistaken, Budapest. I've seen something like this. It has been a fantastic experience and stuck to my head until this day. Not only me, but also my family members who joined me on this experience. So out of this work, out of this passion, the team is putting really in designing this experience and developing this project. what are we trying to get out of it? Yeah. So what's the kind of the legacy? What's the legend that we're trying to achieve post the tournament? I mean, like for us, honestly, it's the whole is we'll be looking at Qatar during the tournament. It's the World Cup. The whole world is watching, whether you're a football fan or not. And you can't avoid to listen to the World Qatar every day during this month, because all the news agencies and TVs and social media, everyone will be covering what's happening in Qatar. So it's a chance for us to really show our country during that tournament. It will also be a great chance for correct some of the stereotypes around the region and the country, especially the negative stereotypes. We're also we hope that by providing this experience, we'll be kind of bridging gaps between, let's say, people, or like post the tournament. And then last but not least is the inclusivity factor here of really involving everyone in Doha who lives in this country in this experience. Again, guys, if you would like to ask you 2 questions, I want you to use the chat function to answer these questions. I'll stop sharing my screen, but I'll remind you of these 2 questions. So the first one is basically, how do you think you can share your culture during this tournament? And without any exception, I'm like, again, when we started by defining culture, we just said culture is a way of reflecting and showing our identity, the way we live, who we are, and all of that. So how do you think you would like to share your culture with the people around the world during that time? And then the second question will be, after what you saw from the videos, after what you saw from what I showed you in the slides, what would you like to explore in Qatar during the World Cup when you come and visit? And hopefully all of you will be here present with us, enjoying and celebrating this tournament. I'll stop sharing your answers in the chat. So let's start with the first question. How do you think you can share your culture during the tournament? Let's use the chat function, guys, please. Let me stop sharing. All right, let me see. Thank you very much. It's very exciting for us also to work on really delivering and designing this tournament experience for people and for all the visitors of Qatar. We always say that there's always a place, and like you don't really have to be a football fan to go attend World Cup. You can just be a person who loves life. Yeah. So going back to our first question, guys, do you think you can share your culture with people during the tournament? Let's see. Let's get a couple of questions, a couple of answers. I'll give you a couple of minutes so you can type your answers in the chat. All right, via communication, that's 100% correct. Via communication and all means of communication, either like official ways of communicating through media, TV, radio, social media, or actually via like the way you conduct yourself in all aspects, your manners, the way you speak, the way you behave, the way you dress. It's all kind of means of really sharing and showing your culture. All right. Fantastic. Hosting a cultural exchange center or exhibition, that will be fantastic. Cultural can be seen through traditional clothing, modern clothing is exactly, and I cannot agree more with you. Different scenarios in the stadiums when cheering for the home team, exactly. Well, hopefully the home team will do great. Well, we'll see. Helping one another, 100%, engaging in conversation with people. You will get a lot of this opportunity to engage and talk to people during the World Cup. I don't know if you guys have been into a global event where you meet a lot of people from different cultures and different, I would say, just people that are different than you, yeah, in so many aspects. It's always interesting to engage with those people, especially if you all come together celebrating one thing. So the connection is already there. You're here to see football. You're here because you love football. Well, and then this is just like it's a very powerful way of connecting with people. Food, I like that. I like that. Myself, I'm a foodie, so food is definitely a very big aspect, cultural aspect that people usually look for. Myself, I'm always like one of the first things that I explore whenever I go somewhere is food. Fantastic, guys. I really like the way you're interacting with us. If you will allow me, I'll take you to the other question. So when you come to Doha, inshallah, all of you will be here in Doha. I don't know how many people are here on the session with us, but I hope that all of you start planning your time and your calendars to be in Doha on the 21st. Well, opening is 21st of November 2022, and the closing will be on the 18th of December. We want you to be in Doha during that time, before that time, and even after that time. You're always welcome to come and visit us. So what will be the things that you will be looking forward to see and explore in Doha? Exactly, it's actually 2 years to go. There's not a lot of time left. It's 2 years of a lot of, I would say, excitement, a lot of adrenaline, and also a lot of stress for everyone. But we're all looking forward to meet that time, November 21, 2022. Sand dunes and car tours, yes. You'll get a chance to experience that for sure in Doha. Stadiums, very nice stadiums. I can see that we do have football fans also with us. Desert safari, cultural visit, and Dow trips. Very nice. We do have all of this here in Doha, and inshallah you will be able to explore that and experience that firsthand when you come and visit us. Food. Yes, food. I highly encourage everyone to try the Qatari food when they come, and try the local food and the local cuisine. Shopping malls, we do have plenty of these, especially with the regional weather that we experience on a yearly basis. We do have fantastic malls. We have amazing malls that you can visit and see. All right. I think yes, fantastic. The pearls also great. So I think we're running out of time, but I'll open the floor for questions. I'm more than happy to answer two questions would like to ask. Please go ahead. If you do have questions for me, I'll take 2 questions and then I'll let you go and enjoy your day. All right, so I think we got our first question. It's a fantastic question. It's a very nice question. So yes, so the world will come to Doha during that tournament. The world will be, Qatar Doha will be a melting pot during that time. So what are we doing to kind of prepare the local community for that? Yes. So we do have a very active function within the Supreme Committee. We call it the community engagement function. This function, or this team, they do fantastic job in always communicating with the local communities, whether the nationals and all the other kind of nationalities we have in Doha. We do have quite a diverse community, I would say. We are in very much close communication with them. We do communicate and involve them in our planning efforts. And honestly, guys, I'm like, okay, although this will be the biggest event Qatar would have seen in its history, but through that time, since we won the bid in 2010, we did host multiple events where we kind of where we received guests from many countries, different cultures, and we've experienced this diversity and this interaction of people firsthand here in Doha on multiple occasions around other sporting events. Our communities are in the heart of our preparation efforts. They are key partners to us. We do work with them in hosting these tournaments, either in terms of volunteers or volunteering to help us organize these tournaments, or also in terms of participating with us in our kind of cultural activities. All right, so I guess we have another fantastic question. How is Qatar prepared to host such a major sporting event and large number of fans in a small country? All right, so yes, so Qatar is a small country indeed, but the infrastructure we have in place and the stretch of activities or locations in Qatar allows for us to really host this huge number of fans in the country. Not only that, it's really a factor of the energy. So hosting people is not a problem. We do have, and the plans in place, we do have enough, let's say, accommodation units for all the fans when they come. It's really about how are we going to manage all these people? How are we going to provide them with an experience that they will not forget? Hosting people in one place is something, and providing an amazing experience is another thing, which are completely different. So the hosting aspect, this is kind of an easy bit. That's not a big deal. The efforts and all the focus right now is really on providing an experience for people, and providing an amazing experience to people that they will never forget, from all aspects. Yeah, from even before you come to Doha, starting with kind of booking your tickets and kind of Googling and searching what can you do in Doha, moving into the how are you gonna fly into Doha, or how are you gonna come to Doha? Are you flying? Are you coming through a cruise? And welcoming you in Doha in the airport or in the port, and then talking about the transportation from your arrival point to your accommodation, and then post that, really, I mean, like, where can you go in Doha? What can you do in Doha? Attending the match, pre the match, after the match, the fan zones, all the activities that will be happening in Doha. This is the focus. I mean, like, we are trying to make the experience of the people who will come to Doha smooth and unforgettable from the moment they start thinking about coming to Doha to the moment they reach their home after kind of giving us the honor of hosting them here in Doha during the tournament. All right, so those were very good questions. I would like to thank you all for your time. I think we're coming very close to the end of our session. Thank you very much, guys, for listening to me and watching our videos, and allowing me the pleasure to introduce to you this exciting and very close to our hearts project, the Cultural Experience Project. I do wish you a fantastic weekend ahead, and thank you very much.